Welcome to my YouTube blog. My name is Dilpreet. Today I'm presenting blog about marketing dynamic module. In this blog, I will explain different three concepts of marketing dynamic in relation to the organization. So let's start with the introduction of the organization. The name of my organization is GlaxoSmithKline PLC. This is a firstly founded in December 2000 in December, and this is a company which is mainly offering pharmaceutical and biotechnological product. If I talk about the number of employees, then there are approximately 94,000 plus employee, and this asset of this company is 79 billion GBP, and the name of the chairman is uh, Jonathan Simon, and the chief executive name is Emma Wedmessley. So let's start with the concepts. The first concept is pestle. In the pestle, political factors play a significant role in determining the factor that can impact the GlaxoSmithKline PLC profitability in certain country or a market. GlaxoSmith PLC is operating in drug manufacturers measured in more than dozen countries and exports itself to different type of political environment and political system risk. The achieve success in such a dynamic drug manufacturers measure industry across various industries to diversify the systematic risk of political environment. And in the economic factor, GlaxoSmithKline PLC can use countries' economic factors such as growth rate, inflation rate, industries' economic indicators such as drug manufacturers, major industry growth rate, consumer spending, etc. to forecast the growth of the economy and trajectory of not only sector name but sector also that of the organization. The type of economic system in country of operation, what type of economic system there is, and how its stabilities are analysis by economic factor. And in the social factor, society's culture and way of doing things impact the culture of an organization. And in environment, shared belief and attitude of the population play a great role in how marketers at GlaxoSmithKline PLC will understand the customer of a given market and how they design marketing message for drug manufacturers, major industry consumers. And in the technological factor, technology is fast disrupting various industry across the board. Transportation industry is a good case to illustrate this point. Over the last 5 years, the industry has been transforming really fast, not even giving chance to the established player to cope with the changes. Taxi industry is also now dominated by players like Uber, Lyft. Car industry is fast moving toward automation led by technology firms such as Google and manufacturer, which is disrupted by Tesla, which has stated an electronic car revolution. And in the legal fact, and in the environmental factor, different markets have different norms or environmental standard which can impact the profitability of an organization in those markets. Even within a country, often state can have different environmental laws and liability laws. For example, if I talk about United States, Texas and Florida have different liability clause in case of mishaps of environmental disasters. Similarly, if I talk about European countries, then these countries gave healthy tax breaks to companies that operate in renewable sector. And in the legal factor, there are a number of countries. The legal framework and institutions are not robust enough to protect the intellectual property right of an organization. A firm should carefully evaluate before entering such market as it can lead to theft of the organization's secret source. That's the overall competitive edge. So some of the legal factors which is GSK PLC leadership should consider while entering a new market are discrimination law, copyright, patent, intellectual property laws, and employment law. And in this second concept is Porter's five force model. GSK is a UK-based pharmaceutical company that deal with different medicines, vaccines, and consumer healthcare products. The company invests billions of in research development for the purpose of innovation and creativity in the field of pharmaceuticals. The aim of the company is to provide a high innovation and valuable product for the pharmaceutical industry. The research and development investment of the company in 2019 was 4.3 billion GBP, which is resulted in development of 39 new medicines and 12 vaccines to provide healthy and provide quality health. Porter Five Forces analysis is conclude to analyze the future of the company. And in the Porter Five Forces model, threat of substitute is in the pharmaceutical industry is low, as the dependence of the healthcare system across the global is high on pharmaceutical product. Even though there is the presence of herbal treatment and homeopathic, but their presence is not hurting the pharmaceutical industry. But this industry is continuously growing. So because of this threat of the substitute for the global pharmaceutical industry is low. And in the competitive rivalry, the the global industry is high because of the number of international giants relying on research and development is competing in the market. The pharmaceutical industry also has a range of local market manufacturers that are intensifying the competition. Therefore, the competitive rivalry in global pharmaceutical industry can be identified as high. And if I talk about the concepts of Porter Five Force model, then in the bargaining power of the buyer is high. When the buyer have a range of option to choose from their knowledge and uh, high regarding the product, the situation is favorable when it comes from the number of option to buy a medicine health product for the buyers. But when it comes to the knowledge of the product, the customer are not in advantage here. And in the bargaining power of the supplier, there are some raw materials which is used in medicines and vaccines by the company, which are available in scarcity and scarce quantities such as active pharmaceutical ingredients. It means that in some supplies, the companies are at dominant position. This situation keep a balance for bargaining power and the overall bargaining power of the supplier for the global pharmaceutical market moderate. And in the threat of new entrants, the machinery expertise, the cost of research and development in the industry require a high amount of capital, which work as a major hurdle for new entrants in the industry, and legal requirement and licensing in the industry for. So because of this factor, it is very low. And in the threat of substitute in the pharmaceutical industry is low because dependence of healthcare system across the globe is high on pharmaceutical product. Even though there is a presence of herbal treatment and homeopathic, but their presence is not hurting the pharmaceutical industry, but the industry is continuously growing. And the third concept is stage segmentation, targeting, and positioning process. In this segmentation, marketing segmentation is defined as group of clients sharing a similar interest and wishes. A task of the company's manager is to identify group customers accordingly based on their interest and their choice. After customers are identified based on their similar interest, manager divide based based into smaller segmentation of the consumer based on needs, income characteristics. So the entire process is called segmentation. Marketing segmentation involves geographical segmentation, which is depend on their location of the customers and in the age in the uh, behavioral concept, the brand loyalty and brand switches are considered. And in the psychography, segmentation is done as per lifestyle of an individual. And target in the targeting and positioning, once the marketing segmentation is done, the marketer of the company devises various marketing strategy as per the requirement and tastes of the preferences of the consumers of chosen market. The marketer of GlaxoSmith should select the segment which is the most profitable segment. And so positioning means the various form of marketing tools which should be potential consumers notice the product. Positioning of the brand means the match of the company product with the consumer need. Effective positioning improve the quality and competitiveness of the company. And in the practical use of pastel, 4 to 5 forces and segmentation process for GSK and recommendations. So for these, the global economies and policies of different nations are constantly changing with after the globe of COVID-19. So these are my references. Hope you will like my blog. Thank you.